right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway. We're going to go ahead and get started with this afternoon's pre-race press conferences. We are now joined by Brenden Butterbean Queen, driver of the number 11 Kaulig Racing Chevrolet. You are making your Xfinity Series debut here this weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway. How have you been preparing, and what are you expecting out there?
Yeah, first, just super excited for the opportunity. Worked a long time in dreams of, getting a shot. So super cool weekend for myself and my family and everybody that's helped me get here. A lot of sim work with Kaulig. The last 2 weeks have been a lot of that, and working with Josh Wise, everybody at Chevy, just trying to make sure I'm as prepared as I can be for when I got here. And then obviously running the ARCA race didn't hurt last night, getting those 200 laps. So I have all the confidence in everybody at Kaulig Racing. They bring good cars every week, so the pressure is on me. I just want to go out there and have a solid day, complete all the laps, and learn as much as I can. And if we can do all that and be running at the end, we'll have a good day.
All right, we'll go ahead and open up to questions. We will start with Lee and then go to Steven.
How are you?
Lee Spencer, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio and CatchFence.com. You feel like you pretty much have the ARCA title wrapped up?
Never. I hate even thinking about it because I've been the guy chasing and made up points, and I've been leading and lost points. So a lot on the line there. We're in a tight battle for the owner's title as well. Driver's title, we do have a little wiggle room, but 3 races left, still not locked up, but just got to keep doing our job. And, obviously if we win, I feel like it'll take care of the points, but I'm not breathing any easier yet.
And do you have a personal services contract with a manufacturer for next year?
I do not.
So are you potentially a candidate for a ride with one of the Dodge trucks?
I never rule out anything, and obviously what Kaulig's doing is very impressive. So obviously it's definitely in my considerations, but we're working on everything. So I don't have anything to announce as of now, but we'll keep working at it.
Go ahead, Steve.
Thank you.
Steven Toronto, CBS Sports. Brenden, one of the big adjustments from last night's ARCA race to tonight's Xfinity Series race is going to be the strength of field that you now face. I know yesterday there were a lot of cars in the ARCA race that there were a bunch of discrepancies in speed there. I know you've run trucks before, so you've been able to get a taste of what the strength of field is like in NASCAR's National Touring Series, but is there anything, how much from last night helps you prepare for the strength of field tonight, or what are you expecting, knowing that there are 38 really good cars out there?
Yeah, I think it just goes back to even my Cars Tour days. Like the Cars Tour field was separated by a 10th, and if you were on the bad side of that 10th, you'd start 20th. So, it's not like I haven't been around competition in my career. Obviously, racing the truck races helps prepare for that. The ARCA car helps me prepare just going to tracks I've never been to and learning the air. So it's not going to be easy. It's never easy. Anything you race isn't easy, but, I have followed the Xfinity Series for a long time, and I actually raced with quite a bit of the drivers that are in the series throughout the late model days. So just excited to get out there and just learn and be able to race against these guys and, see where we stack up.
And you mentioned the Cars Tour. A lot of tracks on that circuit are, short tracks, similar to here in terms of length, but they're also fairly flat, and that's fairly consistent throughout the schedule. When you've mastered asphalt short track racing, what is it like how do you adjust going from those tracks to a track like here, which is still a half mile, but is also very fast and very high banked?
Yeah, I think it goes back to all the prep work you do before you get here, sim time, studying film, SMT data, and then also, running the ARCA car every week. Pretty much I'm at a track I've never seen or been to besides watching it on TV. So being able to have that ability to just unload off the trailer and lap one be wide open up the speed, I think helps for all of these situations. And, it's still the same concept. It's still a race car. And, it's just going to be a little bit different driving field than I've had. But at the same time, it's going to be the same goal. It's got to go around the corner and got to be able to get into gas and drive off. So I think obviously running a race last night helped a lot for today. So when I strap in and roll off pit road here, I'm already a little more confident that I at least know the track.
Good. Gotcha. Thank you, Brenden.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Jacob.
Jacob Seaman, Race Face Digital, Butterbean. Couple for you. First, Chris Rice actually put on social this morning, dug up the picture from the very first time you went to the Kaulig shop. Can you take us back what that experience was like and what it means now to go from that moment to this moment debuting for them at this level?
It's special. Chris is from the same world I was from, late model racing, and all of us try to look out for each other. But 2 years ago, I didn't know what direction I was going to go. I was still car store racing, and Best Repair Company, John Staten was helping me a lot, and we went down there, and Chris was nice enough to meet with us and give us some insight and some guidance of what we felt like our directions could be. And I always say the Lord does everything for a reason, and here it is 2 years later. We're making our debut with Chris and Matt and everybody at Kaulig. So it's really cool how it works out, but it just shows you never give up and just keep working at it.
A year ago, you maybe felt like, and I feel like had talked about a couple times, that you weren't sure if getting to this level on a regular basis would ever be a possibility for you, with being on a little bit the older end of the age curve in this era. What has it meant to you, not just for ARCA, but this weekend, to finally have that opportunity and show, not just for yourself, but for others like you, that you dig at it and this is possible?
Yeah, I think, Josh Berry getting his opportunity really helped people like me. It just kind of opened our window back up. For me, like, Flow Racing did a lot to help me showcase my brand and me as a person. And then doing the ARCA series and being on FS1, I think just showed the world who I was as a person, not just race car driver. So I think that obviously has helped a lot. And along with Josh making it when he did, the timing has to work for everybody in this sport. And honestly, for me, it just seemed like it just opened up right at the right time, and every opportunity I've had, I just try to make the most of it when the spotlight's on. And you never know what's next, but I'm just very fortunate that I made it this far.
We'll go to John and then Scotty.
John, Newby Savage Ventures. So I know you mentioned the Air earlier. I was curious, when you're going, between the ARCA car, the truck, and then now the Xfinity car, when you're preparing for practice here, how long does it take to kind of get into the flow of things and adjust to how the air affects each of these cars differently?
It's kind of tough in practice because you're not really racing anybody. So like last night in the ARCA race, like practice, I didn't really experience it, but in the race, when I didn't have clean air, experienced it right away. So I don't think I'll really notice much of that here in practice, but I'm sure when we drop the green flag tonight, and if you're in traffic, you'll be able to find it really quick.
Sky Sprinkle Race Face Digital. You're one of the few drivers who's very old school, and by that you've used really your results and talent, like you said, showcase your personality as your main springboard to kind of move up the ladder. You're doing really good in ARCA this year. You're a Cars Tour champion. You've been good in the handful of truck starts you made, and you also mentioned, your future as far as next year's a little bit murky. How much is tomorrow a showcase for you to kind of, prove even more like, hey, you need to sign me. I'm going to go out there, run good, and win you races?
Yeah, I feel like every opportunity, I'm always fighting for that. You want to make the most of it, like I was referring to. But I don't know. I try to not pressure myself up as much. Pressure is a privilege, and I love being under pressure. But really, I'm just going to go out there tonight and enjoy the moment and soak it in, because this is a dream of mine since I was a kid. And I look at it after tonight. The only series I hadn't made a debut in would be the Cup Series. So that's pretty cool to know I've made it that far, if nothing else ever happens. But obviously I want to go out there and perform and show I can do it. I feel like we've done that all year and showed with the right opportunities we can get it done. But we're going to go out there tonight and have fun and see where we stack up.
Go to Dustin Long next.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Because of the significance of it, how many friends, family, folks are here with you, and what does this mean to your parents?
Yeah, my parents worked really hard to get me to a point that they could, and then obviously we've had a lot of people step in and help, but it's just super cool, not a hometown race, but close enough for me out of Chesapeake, Virginia, so a lot of people I think are making a drive out here. My family's here, and my girlfriend's here. Just really cool experience for them to get to see it, and Best Repair Company and Folsom Fence that helped me on the ARCA car here, all their families. So it's really special, and I saw a lot of Bean Nation already out there last night, so I expect to see some tonight.
And your dad was a former racer, so what does it mean for your dad to see you, as you noted, after tonight, the only other series you haven't made a debut is Cup, to see his son rise so far and so high?
Yeah, I think it's got to be cool to kind of live through me and experience it, because every race car driver that ever straps into anything wants to make it to this level. This is why we race. You love being able to perform and be competitive, and we all want to move up. But I think we all thought we could do it, but we knew it takes a lot of money and sponsorship, and a lot of people don't make it. There's only 40 drivers on Sunday, or close to that get a seat. So just to make it this far has got to be really cool to know all the years of hard work have paid off. Thank you.
Any final questions? All right. Thanks so much for your time, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.